2, 3, 4, hit it.
Welcome to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I am still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up.
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
LoveLine's meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Yes, it's true. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Our guest tonight is the lovely and vomitous Tyra Banks. Now, let me explain that last comment. Tyra... Okay, first off, Tyra has to leave because Tyra has food poisoning. Drew, you're a board-certified physician. You checked her out, did you not?
I did.
There is poisoning?
There's a problem, yeah.
You sufficiently probed and poked enough to know?
Yeah.
All right. Go wash your hands and come back. All right, the point is Tyra got hold of some bad something on the plane.
Barbecue sauce. Oh, no, it's not barbecue sauce.
Probably on the plane, yeah.
Some cream ranch dressing.
That's that crap they give you on the first class, Adam.
First class.
I know you were always up in the first class, Adam.
Oh, the horrible gruel they force down you. Well, thank God they keep the martinis coming in the first class. But Tyra got hold of something bad, and Tyra's not kidding. We have a lot of people cancel on this show. They usually tell their publicist to phone in a week later and tell them they won't be coming. But Tyra came in here with a small entourage, as supermodels should travel with, and she brought a sack to vomit in.
I did.
God bless her.
And at first,
Adam.
I was taken aback, but then I realized she had food poisoning. But the point is she could have stayed at the hotel. She could have put her feet up and watched reruns of Doogie Howser on Nick at Night. But she came in, and she came in basically to either spit out some love advice or spit out some bile, whatever it is. She came in. And we're letting her leave early because she's going to keel over. Are you not?
I'm about to pass out, and I think I'm going to vomit on the way home because I'm not feeling very good, and I have chills.
Yeah, I don't want to... I don't want to seem like I'm taking advantage of the situation, but if you could vomit on the air, it'd be great. I mean...
Let me try.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're going to... Roll tape, engineer Mike. If you're going to vomit, let's do it now, not in the limo.
Okay, here we go. Did you like that?
Coming from you, it was pretty cool. All right, so, Tyra, here's the situation. We realize you're way under the weather. We realize...
but Adam's going to keep drawing this out for the 10 minutes and torture you anyway.
No. I'm saying, obviously, you're coming back.
I'm going to come back.
We should be building a shrine in her honor for getting herself together and coming in here feeling the way she feels.
I've already built a shrine to her honor in my bathroom. I haven't been in there, Drew. Please.
All right. Please.
The point is this. We will prorate your stay. Meaning, if you put in 10 minutes... Then when you come back, you only have to stay an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay.
You see? If you make it to a half hour, you only have to stay an hour and a half. No, you can't do that.
She can't do it that much.
She needs to go.
All right. If you want to... No, please. If you're not well, you could...
I get the belches.
There's a little move there. She made a move for the back.
Why do I keep on belching?
What is that, Drew?
Irritation. Your upper GI irritation.
Don't you think a shot of vermouth and cod liver oil would do it?
You keep mentioning all these disgusting things.
My grandmom gave me something called Black Draft when I was a little girl.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh.
Probably a syrup of Ipecac. Something make you vomit?
Oh, no, it was the other way.
I rented that movie. It was
Cascara, probably.
Oh.
What is Cascara?
It's a laxative.
Oh, okay.
She's from Texas, so she called it Black Draft.
All right, so Tyra, you can stay as long as you feel all right.
10 minutes.
Oh, no, all right, we're going to let her go now then. Is that what you're saying?
She needs to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tyra, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. I'm sorry.
That is quite all right. You made an effort, and that is all we care about here on LoveLine. Well, we'll speak about you in glowing terms while you're vomiting in the limo.
Okay.
All right, but when are you coming back? That's the question.
Soon. When do you guys have LoveLines again?
Oh, we have it every night. You can come back any night you like. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're not on Friday, but we can go over to my place, and we'll tape a interview session, and I'll just play it back. No, Engineer Mike, I'll bring the DAT with me. I don't need you. And then I'll just run it back on Sunday.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, now the vomiting's coming. All right,
I have no
Tyra.
personality right now.
Tyra, you may be excused. We thank you for coming out, and we'll just reschedule, and you'll come out again.
A huge round of applause for coming in here in this condition.
All right, there's two of us, Drew. What are we supposed to do? Now, poor Tyra has to clap for herself. All right, Tyra Banks, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Keep the bag in front of you. See if you can get the cleaning deposit back on the limo. And
she's so nice. She's waiting for you to dismiss her.
Okay,
so let her go.
Tyra, please
Bye,
get lost.
everybody.
Thank you for coming in. Oh, there it is. All right, Tyra Banks. Well, that was lovely.
Yeah.
All right, and Drew was kind enough to phone into a pharmacy and get some medication for her. Tyra, we'll see you soon. All right. Why don't we just break? Why don't we call the show? That was enough show. That's more show than a lot of our affiliates are used to. Come on, Drew. That's enough show.
Oh, I feel so bad for her. I mean, how many people have we suffered through giving us third-hand no-show messages? Or people calling in and going, oh, I'm on a yacht. Oh, let's do it over the phone.
What was her name from Baywatch?
Or Pacific Palisades.
No, Baywatch.
Donna D'Erico?
No, you goofball. The one who didn't come in a month ago, she had to jog.
Oh.
Alexander, what?
Right, Alexander Paul.
Paul, yes, from Baywatch.
Right.
Yeah, she didn't make it in because she had to jog.
Right.
She found out that the show was after the streetlights came on at night and said, well, I got to get up in the morning and jog. Wow, imagine that. Boy, I hope she never has kids. Could you imagine?
Oh.
All right. The lovely Tyra Banks is...
is cool.
Even...
Stephen Baldwin
is lovely even when she's nauseated. Isn't she, Drew?
Yeah.
You noticed the pants weren't buttoned all the way up?
Yeah, she was having problems.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. She was wearing this leotard type top, and the pants weren't buttoned up because of the pressure, I'd imagine.
Right.
I have the same problem, except for it's gas. All right, so Tyra will be back, and we'll reschedule with her, and we do thank her for coming out. She literally had a bag and a roll of paper towels next to her to vomit in. Drew checked her out. Drew, what was that like? Seriously.
Mostly use my ears.
Oh, really? Can I smell your air? Okay. All right, so Tyra will be back to talk about her many projects. You know, she was on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, and she has a calendar out. It's the 16-month calendar. They keep adding stuff to calendars. To me, the 16-month calendar is like giving 110%. Impossible. Let me tell you what a 16-month calendar is. It's one calendar and a quarter of another. Or a third of another.
Right.
It's not one calendar.
Right.
There's no 16-month calendar.
Right.
You could take a 30-month calendar, but that would just be 2.5 years.
Right. 2.5 calendar.
All right. Anyway, Tyra will be back. Colleen, David Spade tomorrow night, who may vomit as well. Colleen, 19.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
Good. Express my sympathy to Tyra. That stinks. I've had that before.
Yeah, the poor girl was miserable.
But she got, you know, really, I don't think that's ever happened on this show. That somebody, that the slightest barrier to somebody coming on the show is usually met with collapse.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm not coming.
Can't come in. My dog did not have a solid bowel movement today at noon, and I won't be coming in.
Right.
That is usually how it goes. And God love Tyra. And here's the problem when you're a supermodel. Tyra is so goddamn good looking that it's hard to look sick. You know what I mean? I mean, she didn't look sick.
Right.
And you don't get any sympathy. Most, like when fat people get sick, oh, look out. They look sick. Pussy eyes, nose is running, big bags under the eyes, of course the big ass and everything. I mean, when fat people get sick, they look sick. When supermodels get sick, it's kind of funny. Oh, look at you, baby. Oh, yeah, I'll bring it back. You went to Vapor Rub? All right, Colleen?
Oh, jeez.
Now, wouldn't you feel horrible if I was terribly overweight?
No, but it would be kind of fun and ironic. Why? You
Well, I'm not.
You husky?
Don't worry about
No.
it.
I'm just saying fat people, when they get sick, they really look sick.
Anyway.
How about really skinny people?
And really skinny people,
They look
too.
even sicker
They just
usually.
always look sick.
But no one has sympathy for supermodels that look sick.
Okay.
What's your question?
Okay, here's my question. When I was younger, around 16, 17, 18, I dated a lot of guys, went out with a lot of guys. and that whole deal. Now I'm 19. I've lived on my own. I'm back living with my parents, and I'm getting ready to move out. Basically, I can't seem to find or not find, as it would be put, a guy that I can be willing to put that kind of time and energy into.
What kind of time? The kind you used to put in?
I have a very, very busy life, and for me to put time aside for somebody is a big thing.
Do you have to do that right now? Are you incomplete without a relationship?
I'm lonely.
Can you just date guys for fun? For companionship?
I'm very sick of doing that.
Is that all you've been doing?
I mean, I have done that for
profit?
a very long time, and it's I'm so sick of just going out with somebody new. I want to...
All right, well, let me examine your life for just a moment.
Does that make sense?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, maybe, we'll see.
You're living at home. How busy can you be?
Very busy. I have 2 jobs. I work over 60 hours a week. I work out every day.
All right.
I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
All right, I don't trust you. I don't trust you already. There's some compensation going on.
Yeah, but
I don't trust people to get up to go work out.
Well, I don't get up to go work out. I get up to catch the train to go to work.
Oh.
I work out when I come home.
One of those train taker people.
Yeah.
No, I really don't trust you. You don't live in L.A., do you?
No, I live in Chicago.
All right.
Where people actually take the train.
You know what I love here? We spend millions. I know they've had a train in Chicago for a long time, and I know they have the subway in New York, and everywhere else has a rapid transit system except for Los Angeles. This is, by the way, why they sodomize all motorists here in the fair state of California, because they know they have you by the nuts in Los Angeles, especially, and they'll just nail you for everything because you're chained to your car. But be that as it may, we just got ourselves a train here. And every time you turn on the TV past 11 o'clock at night, there's those PSAs. Hey, it's Harry the hobo saying, don't nap on train tracks. They got pictures of people don't walk your dog on the train tracks. We have to acquaint people with the notion of a train here and spend millions of dollars a year telling people, don't try to outrun the train. Don't cross. When the arm comes down at the intersection, don't drive through it at 60 miles an hour and then stop in the tracks. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe we shouldn't be warning these people. Perhaps Darwin's work is being done here, and we're squelching it somehow by warning people that really don't have the IQ to get out of the way of a train, to get out of the way of the train. Do they do that in places that have had trains for a while, Colleen?
Actually, they just passed a law in Illinois where you get a $500 fine for passing the crossing guards and stuff. But no, we don't have commercials.
Yeah, we run commercials all night long. Stay off the tracks. The train is heavy.
Colleen, what's with all your perfectionism?
I'm a little bit obsessive-compulsive about things.
I smell a eating disorder, Drew.
Could be. You ever have an eating disorder?
No.
No. And you said you moved away from home for a while. What was that all about?
I went to school.
College?
Yeah.
And so you moved away to go to college?
Well, I moved 2 cities away because it was cheaper for me to live there than it was and go to school because I was going to community college. To go to the school I wanted to then live at home.
Community college.
Leave me alone.
That's for you, Adam.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, so
all right, listen. Wait a minute. We've spent too much time, even though 4 minutes of the call was me yapping about a train.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, Colleen. If you want a man and you're interested in a man, you find time for the man. You're giving us your resume about getting up and working hard and doing this as if you're trying to sell something to us and to yourself. I don't buy it.
No. I'm more than willing to make time if he's worth it.
Well, but
I've had way too many people distract me from the things that I really want.
I think you've got to approach it the way you approach other elements of your life. You obviously are very career-minded, very hardworking, and if you put some effort into your relationships and are careful with whom you choose to go out with and how you meet people and put an effort into it, pursue it the same way you pursue everything else, you will eventually meet somebody. Unfortunately, it probably will be the wrong person because it'll be what she thinks she needs and not what she actually needs, but okay.
I never buy the time thing. When 2 people are into each other, they find the time, and then they wait in between.
Yeah, but she's not meeting anybody. That's the deal.
Okay. Hey, 14 minutes in the show. Drew, whack the mic. Beautiful. Elena.
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yeah. Okay. This is my problem. This girl and I, we used to be best friends. And about 3 months ago, we got in this big fight, and we decided never to talk to each other again. And then we almost got in a fist fight at school, but the principal broke it up or whatever. So we haven't said a word to each other for 3 months. And when we were best friends, we used to trade each other's clothes and stuff. And I guess I still have one of her pairs of shorts or something. And she wants them back. And she told me today that if I don't give them back to her by tomorrow, then she's gonna fight me. And I don't want to give them back because then people will think I'm scared to fight her. But I would anyways because I don't really care. They're just shorts.
Don't give her the shorts back, okay? Give her the shorts back. Really.
All right.
Give it, please. Don't fight her. Don't fight her.
What is this, a goddamn homework hotline here or something?
But it's best friends again, right?
Please.
This is, the best friend thing where people are always amazed at how the best friend would take the girlfriend or the boyfriend away. This is what's really under the best friend relationship.
Let me tell you.
This is in a more honest state.
I have done extensive research over the last 16 to 18 months on the best friend. I urge everyone within the sound of my voice who's under 25, get rid of your best friend immediately, now. I'm not talking about tomorrow. I mean, right now, get rid of your best friend. They will feel up your sister. They will have sex with your girlfriend. They will or boyfriend. They will cheat on one of your parents. They will steal a sweater and not give it back.
And threaten to kill you.
Threaten to kill you. They'll fist fights, famine, and locusts, all caused by the best friend. The best friends will whoop your ass. We hear calls all night long. Oh, my best friend, blankety blankety
Did you have a best friend when you were growing up?
I had a best friend for 2 years, and then I had another best friend, and then I had another best friend. But I stopped giving the best friend
title.
And like I said, when you get older, you no longer have best friends. You have either a wife or pornography, and then you have a-holes you work with. But there's no best friends. There's just people you kind of tolerate.
It's an interesting phenomenon.
And that's where the trouble then comes around, because if you get married, at 18, the best man, a no-brainer. But if you get married at 38, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Because if you get married when you're 35 and you're a guy and you got to pick the best man, there's the guy you were best friends with in high school.
Who's mad.
But you haven't seen the guy in 10 years.
Right.
But still, he was your best friend. And then there's Phil at the office. You see the guy every day. You go out and have a few beers with him on the weekends. And you guys have been pretty tight for the last 5 years.
Right.
But he's not really your best friend. He's a guy you met at the office.
Because you don't have best friends anymore.
You don't have best friends anymore. You know your life is on track when you have no best friend. Just people you owe money. Ed.
Hi, how you guys doing tonight?
23. You have a best friend, Ed?
Yeah, a couple of them.
I want you to kill him.
Okay. Before I get to my question, Adam, I have a question for you.
Okay, here he is. This is the guy from Arizona.
Hello?
This is the guy with the jar.
The mason jar?
Yep.
Mason jar? What are you talking about?
Don't you recognize it?
Yeah, it does kind of sound like you.
What's the mason jar? What is this?
Drew's usually wrong, though. All right, go ahead.
Okay, Adam, my question for you is, why do you always judge people by the cars that they drive? You always say that gay people drive convertibles. You don't trust people that drive Jeeps on, with lifted tires and stuff. And,
right.
And you don't like people who spend a lot of money on trucks and trailers. And
this guy's an asshole.
Yes, I do say that.
Yes, and why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, 'cause that's the way I feel.
Well, we're not bad people.
Well, listen.
Or are you jealous because you can't afford one?
It is, first off, I'm sure I could. Secondly...
The answer is yes, he's jealous. Okay.
All right, now listen to me. It is
Andy couldn't manage to take care of a convertible.
It is a fact. It is a clinical fact that gay people love convertibles. Gay guys
convertible, and I'm not gay.
Love convertibles. All right.
But
well, that's still that's not been settled yet.
It's a good way for picking up women.
That is true, and dudes too. But you got to bring a joint with you. But the point is listen, there's straight guys who like convertibles.
What's the joint thing?
Gay guys drive around in convertibles. Pick up guys are hitchhiking and ask them if they want to get high. Listen, I've hitchhiked 3 times in my life. 3 different gay guys came along, 3 different joints, 3 different blowjobs. I'm telling you, Drew, I know what I'm talking about.
I'm a real man. I'm straight. I have a convertible.
What kind of convertible?
It's a LeBaron.
All right. Ooh. Wait a minute now.
My second car is a crew cab dually.
Oh, you drive a dually?
Yes.
All right, I'll respect that. You didn't. Oh, yeah, it's got 4 doors.
It balances out, huh?
You didn't lower the dually, did you?
Oh no, it's 4-wheel drive.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'm all right with that. You've got the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
All right.
And anyways, my question is, I inhale helium several times a day.
Why?
I'm in the entertainment industry, and I have to disguise my voice a lot. I was wondering if there's side effects, and is there any damage to the brain?
And what about your... What about your butthole being the size of a mason jar?
What are you talking about?
All right. What do you mean you have to inhale helium to disguise your voice because you're in the entertainment industry?
I do discount puppet shows out of the back of my van, and to make different voices for the puppets, I inhale helium.
Now listen, wait a minute. Hold on, Ed. There's no man who drives a dually who does discount puppet shows out of the back of a van unless he's trying to, get his hands in the pants of underage kids.
It's a good way to meet women, though. Women, they think, you're cute with the kids and all that.
Ed, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious that you do puppet shows for a living?
Of course I do.
Give us a couple voices then.
Well, I don't have helium with me,
Yeah, but do your best shot. Give us.
I don't think I could do that. I feel silly.
Come on, Ed.
I got to be drunk when I do it.
What are the characters' names?
Oh, God, I really feel like a fool.
Okay.
I couldn't do that.
Nah, that's bogus.
Yeah.
No, well,
Now, listen. Ed, I want the character names. I want the scenario. Quickly. Go, or I'm hanging up.
Okay, well, the story is, like a rabbit, a teddy bear, flying a kite and stuff, and there's like a little background with clouds and the moon and stuff. It pertains to small children, and in the hopes that some good-looking women will walk by and catch it, too.
Oh, yeah. In the short time that Tyra was here, and I know she was feeling sick. Tyra Banks, if you just tuned in, was here, had food poisoning and had to leave, and actually had a vomit bag on her lap. She's a dear thing, and she will be back soon. But I did talk to her just briefly off the air, and she said, guys doing a puppet show or anything around here? She seemed really enamored with. She wanted to do have a foursome with Kukla, Fran, and Ollie.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I'm saying, Drew? And Cecil and Beanie, I believe, to make.
I'll tell you what, that guy was either the mason jar guy, or he also sounded like one of the jerky boys.
Yeah, he sounded like him, but he didn't sound enough like him.
He wasn't good enough.
Right. All right. Drew, sell the hell out of the next call, please.
Here is Brooke, who was molested 2 years ago, and she is having difficulty talking to men.
I don't think they're aware of how much they suck.
Hey, that's not very nice. You kissed my mother with that mouth? I mean, your mother? LoveLine will be right back.
Hi, this is Shirley.
And this is Steve. We're from Garbage, and you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Very well put. This is Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. This is LoveLine. The phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-85. Hold on. Drew! Jesus Christ. What the hell was I saying? Fax number, 310-854-4455. So nice of you to join us, Drew. Just chewing the fat back there while I'm slaving over a hot mic.
Thanking Tyra Banks people for being so kind and nice. And they were appreciative of us being appreciative. And,
oh, really? Well, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Everyone should appreciate me being appreciative.
Well, no, they weren't talking about you, but anyway.
Oh, all right. But this leads us to a point.
Yeah.
And this is, as you know, I've had a tantrum or two about a guest or two on this show in the time that I've been here. And my last one was about what's-her-name from Baywatch. And here's the situation. We just want a little respect. It's all right. It's all intentions. Now, look, if someone's sick, someone's sick.
Right.
I wish them well. I hope they get better from whatever's ailing them.
Well, not only this is more than intention. This was full respect. She came in with her vomit bag.
That is my point. That is my point, and that's enough. She's a dear, sweet supermodel, and she can come back anytime she likes now. It's just when they don't give the respect, they don't bother calling, they don't bother showing up. I don't know where the hell, whatever happened to, who the hell am I trying to think of? What's his name from Weird Science?
Oh, yeah, nobody knew.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Right.
We never found out what happened. Like, for instance...
He disappeared for 5 days, everybody said.
Anthony Michael Hall was supposed to come on this show like, was it about 6 weeks ago or something like that? Just never showed up.
No, he apparently he vanished off the face of the earth.
Never called the publicist.
Nobody could find
had
him.
No idea where he was. Yeah. And then it's been 6 weeks, and to the best of my knowledge, we've never gotten a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, that's disrespect, Drew.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, just don't waste your time on a tantrum. Here we go.
Now you're making me want to have a tantrum.
I know.
Brooke, 18.
Hi, I have a, well, mine's kind of weird. Well, you said before, I was molested when I was about 2 years ago. And I noticed, well, until recently, I mean, I thought I got over it and everything.
You were molested at the age of 16?
Yeah.
Who molested you?
Old guy was visiting.
You mean rape? Or what does molested mean?
Just fingered.
Really?
And why did you allow that to happen? And I mean that in the
most respectful way.
Yeah, and that, I mean, why didn't you sock the guy?
I felt completely overpowered by the situation.
What was the situation?
A trusted friend.
What was the situation?
I visited him because his wife was schizo, and I built a friendship over years. And I mean, I should have taken the warning signs, like he tried to kiss me longer.
Longer?
Well, I usually hug people goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And he would try to kiss me, and I would say no.
And where did you meet this guy?
Nursing home.
How old is he?
70-something.
Really? I know this is a horrible atrocity, but still, you have to have a certain amount of respect for guys in his 70s and still able to rape, Drew. No.
It all depends on the point of view there.
Are you serious? How old? This guy was 70 what?
I don't know. He was at least 70.
All right.
Maybe 80. I don't know.
Drew's got $1 out. Hold on a second. Just hold on a second, Brooke. For Christ's sake. I don't have any cash, Drew.
Oh, please.
What about those chips?
Yeah, where
are those chips? Could you find those chips?
They're made out of chocolate. That's the problem.
Producer Ann. She's not listening to the show. And Mike, do you know where those chips are?
He's going to get them.
Mike's getting the chips.
All right, let's just use chips from now on. For now.
All right, but we have to be able to cash the chips in.
That's right.
The lovely listener who sent us these incredible leather chairs, and there has to be at least 2 cows and a goat worth of hide on these chairs. Amazing chairs. Where is her? What is her name, Drew? I wanted to give her a plug. She also sent some chips out so we could gamble. Engineer Mike has brought them out since producer Ann's not listening to the show again.
Stuff home. Which is mine.
All right, listen, Mike, you don't have to dump the entire contents of the goodie bag out and yell at us. Just give us the damn chips.
That's mine.
Oh, Mike has to teach us a lesson on the air. Engineer Mike grabs 2 sacks full of crap and capsizes them on the console.
Julie Kaminsky from Kentwood Office Furniture, Rollwing Road, Itasca, Illinois, 630-773-1110.
That's
just call her and tell her thank
Kentwood
you.
Office Furniture, the leader in office furniture for over a fifth of a decade. All right, I love that place. All right, we have chips here, Drew. All right, they're $5 chips I have. Let's make them worth $1. Right. Shall we do that? Yeah. All right, now these are redeemable. And I'll hang on to the chips.
For $1.
All right, but let's count these things and stuff. I want this to be official. Are you serious? Are these chocolate?
Yeah.
I could eat these?
That's what scares me. Is
All right. Let's just gamble here. Just put your damn... Drew?
Yeah, see.
All right, that's $1 worth of chocolate now. You're eating your $1, Drew.
No, I'm not.
That is one of your chips.
Come on.
You're going to belch up 50 cents.
All right.
All right, listen. Let me just give you the right amount here. All right, how many do you have here, Drew?
You got them.
All right, that's 5. You got 5, I got 5. This is $5, Drew. Wait a minute, I got 4. You ate one of yours, Drew. All right, we got to throw one out. All right, we each have 4.
All right.
Wait, let me see how many you have here. I'm going insane. Okay, 4. You got 4, I got 4. All right, these are $1. There you go. There's my buck. You want to gamble?
Yeah.
All right, smart guy. Let's go.
just real chaotic, abusive family system. It may even be still intact, but a lot of hostility and emotional abuse.
Emotional abuse.
Yeah.
I'm going with. I've been wrong every time the last bunch of times we've gambled. I want to think that she's been touched in some inappropriate way before because she hasn't been able to stop. I'll say some inappropriate touching.
Okay. Somebody.
Someone in the neighborhood.
Could have been even another peer, potentially.
Potential peer.
Yeah.
All right, what line was she on? 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Brooke.
You're both wrong. Okay.
All right, but here's her problem. Brooke is 18. When Brooke was 16, she was felt up.
Shut up for a minute.
All right, wait a minute. All right, now let's take another call.
No. Let's finish it.
Was she telling me to shut up?
Yes.
All right,
I love her.
I'll not
She's
tolerate
wonderful.
that.
But let's
David,
go back
26.
come on, wait, no, we're going back to Brooke.
Yes.
Look,
Okay.
what you understand?
What I'm going to say is,
Yeah.
Adam, listen. Okay, I value friendship, and I figure you have to sacrifice some, and I was feeling nervous at the time. And I tried to visit him less and less. And the last time I was going to visit him, this happened.
Brooke, here's what we're getting at.
Parents are at home. I never had any emotional abuse. I mean, I don't have the best relationship with them. But I was never touched inappropriately. I'm a virgin. Well, I consider myself a second-time virgin, not by my choice.
What does that mean?
Well, I consider being fingered being violated.
Yeah, but that doesn't. You don't lose your virginity.
Well, technically, it's oral sex.
Oral
That's
sex.
what I'm thinking of.
Because he was eating ribs before that? Well, how is it oral sex?
Well, I would consider it stimulating yourself is oral sex. And if someone else is stimulating you, it's oral sex.
No, Brooke. Oral means mouth.
Oh.
Not auto. Oral.
Yeah, there's auto erotica, and then there's the autofellatia, which if I could do that, I wouldn't be here. And, and oral sex is oral, like oral hygiene.
Mouth. Okay. Brooke, here's what we're getting at, is why are your boundaries so poor? And why are you a victim? Why did you freeze and not give them a right hook?
Well,
and there's reasons that people get that way.
Well, I don't know. I lied to get out of the situation. Because, I mean, when he started it, I mean...
Brooke, forget about the situation.
Wait a minute. I want to discuss the situation for just one moment, just because I'm curious how it unfurled. This man is in his 70s, and you met him because you're doing some work at a nursing home? Volunteering at a nursing home. And he was in the nursing home, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's residential section.
And this took place in the nursing home?
In his room, yes.
Okay. And his...
Are you a nurse?
No.
His wife, she was volunteering, Drew. His wife is where?
She was on a different level of care in the nursing home.
Uh-huh.
Schizophrenic.
I see.
Dated anybody.
I see. So you befriended this older gent, and you guys became friends over what period of time?
2-3 years.
Oh, so it's a long time.
Yeah.
And he did show some signs of inappropriate advances.
I stopped visiting him as often, and I would start thinking of excuses.
Not to go visit him. All right, listen, this is somewhat understandable. When people have a relationship with an older person, sometime, especially when it's that old, it's like, not forget a father figure, it's a grandfather figure. And there's a certain, I'm sure Brooke is very respectful of older people. That's why she got involved with this. Drew, stop shaking your head. I'm trying to go down somewhere here. And somehow she got drawn into this. Perhaps he'd given her a shot of Metamucil or something. I don't know what they drink there. The point is this. You went into his room, and he started making advances. What was his first advance on this night?
Oh, he made an excuse that, the furniture was all wet, so all you have to sit is here on my lap. And I said, automatically in my head it went, okay, how to get out of this?
Right.
I immediately started thinking of how to.
But you still sat on his lap.
I mean, I respected him. I thought, okay, he can't be wanting to do this.
Okay.
So
I understand.
There's some way to get out of it without saying...
You're 16, you're young, you're confused. And then what happened?
Well, he started kissing me, trying to French kiss me.
Uh-huh.
And then it went to reaching under my shirt.
What happened when he started to French kiss you?
I wouldn't let him.
Uh-huh.
I pulled away.
Uh-huh.
And then
Did you say anything to him?
I said, stop.
Okay, but he wouldn't stop.
Right.
Okay.
And by that time, his hands were already under the shirt and everything, and I was thinking, great, how to get out of this now?
Right.
And then his hands meandered to the waistband. I had elastic-waisted sweatpants things on.
Uh-huh.
And then it went underneath underwear, and I was like, okay, excuse me, stop this.
And what?
He said, no.
Uh-huh. Well, he figures he's got one foot in the grave, one hand on your crotch, and he's going for broke.
So I just said, well, I better go. My mom's waiting for me.
And you left.
And he said, oh, you better not tell your parents about this. And I said, I know.
And how long did this go on? I mean, this episode?
5-6 minutes, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a long time to be doing something that's miserable.
I know.
Did you get any kind of pleasure out of it?
No.
I'm not trying to be demeaning or anything. I'm just saying sometimes even if you're having, someone is committing a crime against you, there's some part of your mind that goes, all right.
No.
Nothing there. No, you didn't enjoy it at all.
No.
Okay, but the point is you couldn't act on it.
No.
Okay, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Now you feel.
I thought I got over it and everything, and I'm very outgoing. I'm athletic. I like to hang around guys more. Because most of the girls around here, they're wimps.
Where's your dad?
He's in the home.
What home?
Our home right now. I live with my family.
Just call that at home because you just got felt up in a home.
The home.
Yeah.
All right, so he's in the home.
Yeah.
Your home.
Yeah.
And you have a good relationship with him?
Yeah, better than with my mom.
Better with your mom.
Better than with the mom.
Oh, I see.
We just argue all the time. We never gotten along. We never see straight.
Uh-huh. And is it a self-esteem thing? I mean, why most people would have stood up and said, hey, old man, I'm calling the nurse. You're busted.
Well, if he went any farther, I probably would have.
No. That was plenty far.
The French kissing was plenty far.
Well, I mean, I was stupid. I was 16.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I didn't know how to get out of it.
All right. Listen, we're worried that this may happen again.
Well, I'm afraid to be outgoing to anybody because I'm afraid anything will happen.
Right.
I'm even less trustworthy of my close friends.
Okay.
I mean, I have a friend. I've known him for years.
All right. Listen, Brooke, here's what's going on.
Uh-huh.
It's not so much you got to worry about trusting your friends. You have to trust yourself. I mean, you have to trust yourself to, A, steer away from people that are making inappropriate advances, friend or old friend.
Any intrusions.
And then when something happens, you got to trust yourself to react and get the hell out of there.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You need much better boundaries in your relationship, Brooke. This whole relationship was some sort of fantasy. I don't know what you were acting out in this relationship with this old man. I'm sorry. I mean, it was not a healthy situation, obviously, because who you thought he was is not who he is. You built him into something that he isn't. He obviously had particular intentions, and he may have an organic problem, frankly, that may have led him to be so sexually inappropriate. People that are in nursing homes have organic brain syndromes that are typically associated with this kind of behavior. So it may not have been any kind of premeditated, willful thing, but it's you and your relationship with people and your lack of boundaries and your inability to be a separate person and then stand up for and assert yourself. You are going to have trouble with men unless you learn to do that.
All right, we're running way late. I'm sure there's a lot of our older listeners are standing up if they can and cheering. This is like the geezer pedophilia, and we'll be back.
I don't go in for these backdoor shenanigans.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Shenanigans.
Dips, chains, whips. You know, basic high school orgy type of thing.
LoveLine will be right back.
Shenanigans.
Hello, I'm Simon LeBron.
And I'm Warren Cucurula from Duran Duran. You're listening to Love Lines with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Just for you.
Yes, two men who are very much into their sexuality, and rightfully so. Nice guys, though. It's kind of weird. Like, I never met anyone from Duran Duran before I started doing this show. Except for, there's John Taylor, but it was like a year ago. Everybody from Duran Duran, nicest guys in the world.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. You'd think they'd have some attitude. Especially Warren Cucurilla. Warren sent me his, Let's Get It On guitar solo CD. I got to bring that in there. We got to, make line a bed. What do they call that, engineer Mike? The music we were just hearing? Bumpers? Yeah, we got to do that bumper thing with that. Good guy, good music. All right. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew eating his earnings as we speak. Mm-hmm. I'm out of money, so we're using chips now that are going to be redeemable for money.
They're basically like those pirate coins you bought when you were a child.
Those
or
gold doubloons. Right. And they're beautiful looking, except for they're filled with chocolate, and Drew's eaten most... You ate the $5 ones.
Look, we had one extra $5. I mean, the 25s.
What do you mean? There's this is all I got. Oh, okay. All right. So you eat the $25 ones, Harvey. You got a high rolling colon. That's Drew's name in Vegas. The high rolling colon. All right. Write that down, Drew, please. David, 26.
Yes. I'm calling because I've been in this relationship off and on for about 5 years now, and am having a real problem with actually allowing myself to love the person I'm with.
Why?
I'm not sure. That's the whole thing.
Have you ever had a love relationship?
Yes, I have.
And what was that like?
It was so long ago, I don't remember.
How old were you?
Oh, God. Probably 13, 14 years old.
How old's the guy you're with?
I'm not with a guy, I'm with a girl.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm puzzled. Have you ever been with a guy?
No, I have not.
Really? How long have you been with this girl?
Off and on for about 5 years now.
5 years. And maybe and you have loved before.
Yes.
But you can't say
you
love when
loved.
you're 14.
You were 17 or something.
14.
All right, 14.
I mean,
what the hell? Listen, I loved Cecil and Beanie when I was 14.
Right. It's really not love then. I mean, that's some kind of infatuation.
Now it's turned to lust, but
what happened with that relationship when you were 14?
Basically, it was one of my first relationships, and it was going good for a while until she dumped me and went out with somebody else.
Mm-hmm. How long did that take?
Oh, God. We were together about 4 months.
What else is going on with your life, David?
Like, how so?
Well, how's work?
Well, I don't have work.
Aha.
How come? How come?
Legal problems about 6 months ago.
What happened?
Got a DUI. Lost my license. Wasn't able to go to work.
Are you in recovery now?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been sober?
Oh, God. It's been... I think it's been a good month or so.
Where were you working?
That would not be sobriety then, David. It would.
Well,
I've yet to meet a sober person that can't tell me how many days they've been sober in the first 6 months of sobriety.
Well, I'm not doing like the AA thing.
That's what sober is, David. David, that's what sobriety is. That's what sobriety is. You're a dry drunk unless you do something about your alcoholism.
Okay, well, I've done AA before.
Well, how bad can a dry drunk be, though, Drew?
I did AA for 4 months.
Yeah. Did you have a sponsor?
Went back out.
Did you have a sponsor?
Yes, I did. Two of them.
You sound very angry, David. Would that be true?
Quite possible.
Were you abused when you were younger?
No.
Never?
No.
All right, so what do you do for money now?
I work for my step-parents.
Who you hate?
Or my stepfather.
You hate both of them, don't you?
No.
What do you do?
Just yard work.
Yard work?
Yeah.
You mean like rake leaves and stuff?
No, like painting the barn, building things.
Oh, really? They got a nice spread, huh?
Lawns, all that stuff.
I wish my parents had some sort of yard I could work in. Or some barn I could paint. I'm from North Hollywood. It's like, hey, somebody wrote, there's gang writing on the garage again. Go get that off.
Your biological dad was an alcoholic, is that correct?
That is not correct.
How about your mom?
Yes.
She's the alcoholic?
Yes.
Okay. And by definition, that has to affect your relationship with her. Okay? And so it results in certain kinds of trauma for a child growing up with an alcoholic parent.
Okay, but the really weird thing is, most of the time it'll be the alcoholic that the child doesn't like, right?
No, not necessarily at all. Sometimes the alcoholic is idealized by the child.
But it was the exact opposite. It was my father that I didn't like.
Right. What did your father do to you?
He began having an affair when I was about 12 years old.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, before that, was your relationship with him like?
It was pretty decent. We went hunting, we went camping, fishing, the whole 9 yards.
More than I ever did.
Standard.
And then you hated him. Then you hated him all of a sudden when he had an affair.
Yeah, because he was never there anymore.
All right, David, we got to go to break. Let me tell you what's going on in your life.
Okay.
This unable to love thing is just a manifestation of a lot of anger and a lot of confusion and a lot of misplaced feelings and whatever else is going on in your
alcoholism,
life.
Frankly,
All right, and alcoholism.
Let me just state the tools of recovery. Listen, the tools of recovery properly applied will help him through all that stuff. That's a fact. He will get better and have a fulfilling relationship if he first takes care of himself in sobriety. If he doesn't do that, all the therapy in the world is not going to do a hell of a lot for him.
All right.
That's been proven over and over with alcoholics.
All right. But I'm saying he has bigger fish to fry than whether he's truly in love with his girlfriend or not right now. For Christ's sake, he's 26 and, mopping the barn. Cleaning up, pony crap because he has his license confiscated. You got to get a job. You got to get out there. You got to get on your own. You got to, I sensed a lot of weird depression, hostility, and weird stuff in his voice.
Oh, yeah.
You got to enjoy yourself. Listen, I guarantee you will screw up every relationship you're in. And when I say relationship, I don't just mean love relationship or intimate relationship. You'll screw up your work relationships. You'll screw up your friend relationships. You'll screw up everything when your life is miserable.
I mean, especially when you're that angry and hostile.
Yeah.
Aggression does not make for good relationships.
Thank you, Drew.
I began to float up and away from my body.
Lady, you better get back here. If you're not here when LoveLine returns, they're going to be pissed.
Float. Float. Float.
Hello, this is Julio Iglesias, and you are listening to LoveLine.
With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Yes. Tyra Banks was in here tonight. Tyra Banks was in here for 10 minutes, and Tyra Banks had to go home and throw up. She had food poisoning, this sweet little fawn. Oh, I'd like to nurse her back to hell. And I was talking earlier about how even when supermodels are nauseated, they're super hot. It actually made me even more excited. It brought out the paternal instinct in me.
Really? Is that what that was?
Yes.
Okay, you better not have kids.
It's usually just the masturbatory instinct that comes out.
Don't have kids.
Are you serious?
Yeah, don't have kids.
I think I may have some. I'm going to start tonight, Drew. I'm going to add to your family.
Yeah.
Because as you know, I got it bad for your wife. Man, do I love that little minx.
She is telling everyone about that.
Oh, boy. God bless her. And we'll be back in 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio
Station.
WEBN, Cincinnati.
Well, we're back with more LoveLine. David Spade tomorrow night, kiddies. Always a good guy. Oh, fun guy, nice guy. Ran into him at K-Rock during the morning, I think about a week ago.
I heard him.
And I asked him to come on, and lo and behold, Ian got hold of him, and here he is.
Just coincidentally, he seems to appear every year around Weenie Roast time. just by coincidence.
Yeah, that is kind of coincidental.
What does that mean?
He's. You know what I like about him too. He'll come on here and he will perform. He'll
Just as long
jump
as he
through
gets those
hoops.
tickets for him.
Yeah. Is there something? Is he working that angle yet,
Of course.
Ann?
He's already brought it up.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. What's coming next week? We don't have anything up on the board here.
It's a big surprise.
That means my grandma's coming out again. All right, Chad, 23.
Hi, Adam.
True Nose Radio. I'll tell you what, every instinct you have is wrong, Drew.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Drew also knows what he's talking about.
Thanks, Chad. What's going on?
Well, I got a couple questions for you guys.
Yeah.
The first one is about, like, foreskin. I've heard a couple things now. I used to have foreskin. I was circumcised when I was young. And I've heard varying things on...
That is, well, on Chad, that's amazing coincidence. So were, like 100 million other Americans.
300 million.
I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous here. You got to excuse me.
All right, what's the deal?
I still have my foreskin. I'm sorry.
Oh, you do have your foreskin.
You were not circumcised.
That's correct.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I said the opposite, didn't I?
That's all right, Chad.
Okay, well, I've heard a couple of different things now. I've heard that, some people have told me it had that skin actually has nerve endings in it and that it may help in orgasm or whatever. But I've also heard the vice versa, that it's really just nothing. It's skin. It's extra. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't help you.
That's right. Listen, Chad, thank God. Drew, please, butt out for a second. You're talking to Professor Prepuce.
Yes.
I know the foreskin like I know the back of my own penis. You're talking to a man who's been to both sides. He's been to the mountain. He
came back, huh?
Well, he looked at his foreskin and then came back down the mountain and pissed off everyone in the village. Here's what's going on. There's no sensitivity in the foreskin itself. The foreskin is really akin to your earlobe. There's nothing to it. You could pierce it tonight and there wouldn't be any pain involved. But here's where the foreskin comes in handy. It acts like a protective sheath over the head of the penis, and that's where all the nerve endings are, on the end of the penis there.
Okay.
And it becomes very sensitive. And the problem is the end of the penis is never exposed to anything. And let's be, and Drew, you think you know, but believe me, I know here. The end of the penis, when the foreskin is removed, takes a beating. I mean, it really does.
Well, how many calls do we get here every night about people having trouble sustaining erection, having orgasms too early? If things are more sensitive at the head of the penis, things are going to be worse that way. And I know there's evidence that...
True. It's not up to the moil to cure you of premature ejaculation.
That's what I'm at.
No, it makes it work. I know that...
Listen to him stumbling over there.
I know
he tripped right over a big foreskin.
It changes the actual thickness of the skin over the tip of the penis.
Of course, because I told you.
Yes. Now, however, there is some evidence that it may reduce risk of things like penile cancer. However, having a circumcision, of course, has its own risks associated with it. People can get deformities and can get into problems as a result of the circumcision. Rarely, but it can happen. So, this sort of controversy about whether circumcisions are a healthy thing or not rages on. We're going to have a guy up here one of these days. Remember the guy that called in a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, to talk about how horrible circumcisions are. I don't think there's when things are not that clear, there's no right answer. Okay?
Listen, we certainly have bigger fish to fry as a society, other than what to do about men's extra foreskin at the end of the penis.
Now, generally it's a cultural thing. It is probably not a significant medical issue as far as we can tell. It's a cultural issue, and this is probably one of the only industrialized countries in the world that does it routinely.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Does callus actually build up over there?
Yes.
Basically.
If there's not foreskin.
Basically.
Well, it is like other parts of your body that listen, I mean, like when I was a carpenter, I worked with my hands every day, and my hands became calloused and chafed and numb, and it wasn't quite as sensitive. And now that I'm in the soft world of radio, the sunlight hits my hand in the wrong way, and I go crying to the doctor. All right, so Chad. Yes, you have a foreskin. There's a hygiene issue here as well. You have to work on it. You have to get like a bottle brush and put it down there and really work it in, like you're cleaning a black powder rifle or something like that.
I used to have problems like that when I was young.
Right.
But, I mean, I've never had a problem with that since back when I was like 10.
Well, you take care of yourself. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's just just like cleaning your toes, you know? You clean in between your toes, you know?
Right, except for it's smaller.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I spent too much time on his foreskin. Cory.
Hello.
Hey, you're 15.
Hi. Wow, I'm on.
All righty.
How are you guys doing? I love your show.
We're digging you.
Your show is like the greatest.
Thanks, Cory.
What I want to know is how Recoculus came about.
Well,
like what it means, because I know I might just be dumb. I can't find it in the dictionary or anything.
Recoculus is a word that I made up.
Okay.
It is a word that I coined. I am the modern-day Will Rogers.
I believe it.
Thank you. Do you know who Will Rogers is?
I've heard of him.
Okay.
I don't know by hand.
What did he invent?
I don't remember. All I know is his name.
Okay.
Guy is cool. Before my time.
I swear to God, it sounds like that's Stephen Baldwin. It sounds like a cartoon
Commercial.
for us.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it sounds like he's doing some sort of Pringles ad or something. All right, here's the deal.
No Pringles here.
Good, because that is the snacking choice of morons.
Oh, here we go.
I hate Pringles.
Oh, believe me, you show me a guy who eats Pringles and downs it with Mountain Dew or Sunny Delight, I will show you a moron. Believe me.
Even if they weren't a moron to begin with, this could render them.
That's right.
Retarded.
That's what I'm getting at.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, believe me, Stephen Hawking eats a can of Pringles. All of a sudden, he's just a retard in a chair. He's no longer talking about black holes and whatnot. All right, listen, Cory.
Yeah.
Recoculus is what ridiculous is. It's just you remove the D and you add the C.
I get it.
He replaced dick with cock, basically, right?
Thank you, Drew. You understand?
Yeah, I do.
And thank you for not asking that to be put on a card.
Right. There's other words you could use. You could say coctionary. You could look up Recoculus in the coctionary. All right.
The other thing I
want Cory to produce a show.
There you go. The other thing I wanted to ask was if I could hear the very original Dr. Drew Dropouts. Because like the first one
shuffle.
was my favorite.
The Dr. Drew Shuffle?
Yeah, please.
The original?
Yes, the very original.
Oh, man, you are old school, Cory. All right, just from a main man, Cory, who's calling in and very easily amused. It is the original, in its entirety, Dr. Drew Shuffle.
Pee on this stick. Makes me sick. Pee on this stick. Makes me sick. If I find you stealing my underwear again, here's what's going to happen. Asshole. Stuff like this makes me sick. You're fat. Asshole. You're fat. Can I say that? You're fat. You're overweight. I want to be dominated. You're gay. I want to be dominated. You're gay. When I was 19, I ate about 4 boiled peyote buttons and stayed up all night but felt no effect. It's called intimacy. Can I say that? This is not acceptable. Can I say that? You're fat. Not acceptable. Pee on this stick. Boiled peyote button. Not acceptable. You're overweight. Can I say that? Say that?
Oh, yes. The Dr. Drew Shuffle. And for those of you who don't know why the horse is clacketing around in the background, that is Dr. Drew's high horse, which has been known to get out of the barn. Sometimes early, sometimes late into the show, but rest assured, gets out of the barn. All right, Engineer Mike, I'm going to fry an egg on Drew's ass. It is 85 degrees in here. I know. And Engineer Mike's what is Engineer Mike's angle on that?
Well, they're getting a new one.
You got the lights on. What do you expect? There's lights in every commercial building in America. What commercial building relies on shade for coolness? But for Christ's sake, why don't we just build an effing lean-to here or something? The lights on. His computer screen's really heating up the place. All right. It's not Engineer Mike's fault that we work in a place with no air conditioning, no chairs.
Our chairs made it through the night, though.
That's true. And I noticed that my chair had been tampered with.
Oh.
The recline thing.
You know who sat in it today?
Who?
Don't tell him.
Matt Groening.
Oh, really?
He was here today.
Who's that?
He sat in it.
From The Simpsons? Well, that is an honor. Whose show was he on? Lycus? That load? Where were you? Where were you? Right there? Why didn't you tell him to come on our show?
What character does he play? Or is he?
No, he created The Simpsons.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
All right, that is a compliment. Because Lycus stands up when he does a show, doesn't he? It's funny. Lycus stands up. I sit down, and I look at that as a compromise. I'd like to lie down and do the show. Let's do the show like John and Yoko from our hotel room, Drew. Let's have some sort of love it. All right, so I'm sure the air conditioning here will be up and running, let's say November.
Yeah, that rainy season.
As soon as it starts to rain. Yeah, as soon as it starts to cool off. It's outdoors without the mosquitoes. If they could get some damn crickets in here, we'd really have a camping experience.
We can get you crickets.
We should.
We can. I get a little lantern.
It's beautiful. It's like camping with a microphone.
A little stick with some marshmallows on it.
I swear to God.
This could be fun.
I was getting dressed tonight, though, seriously.
Yeah.
I was getting dressed, and I said, Tyra Banks is coming in here tonight. And I was thinking, I'm going to put myself on a shirt. With a collar and some sleeves on it. And then I thought, no, because it's a warm night tonight. And if it's a warm night outside, it's the exact temperature inside plus the lights. So I put a T-shirt.
It's pretty miserable working here, isn't it?
You know how people are very temperature sensitive.
Our money is melting.
Especially you.
I was talking to Stephen Baldwin last time. My forehead was beaten up. It was embarrassing.
All right, let's go. Come on.
I think I had a shot with him.
Let's go. Oh, jeez.
He's just your type, isn't he? Yeah? Yes.
No?
Yes. Ann went through like 6 pair of panties last night.
Really?
What?
Oh, you didn't hear that?
Not Ann's type.
I guess not.
No.
What?
No. Ann likes the slacker type. You've seen her husband. She looks like a long
How's my husband a slacker?
He's like grunge chubby.
Autumn.
Oh, come on.
Autumn.
My husband is fine.
Autumn, what can we do for you?
He is kind of hot.
He is hot.
Yeah, you better worry about that a little bit.
What's going on?
Well, I
He
have
travels a lot, I know.
I know he does.
She lives
Says it's business.
cross state. She lives in Arizona, and I live in Utah.
Yeah.
And she's kind of, I think she's a pathological liar. I don't know, but some of her stories are really hard to believe. And this latest one is that she says that she has AIDS, and she came up with this a few years ago. And like 3 years ago, so she was about 17, and she said that she got tested, and it came out positive. And they tested her 3 other times, and it came out negative, and then positive. And what she says is that the best that they can tell is that she cannot give it through sex, that it's only through a blood, switch of blood. And so she's married now, and she has a baby, and she has a husband, and she's using unprotected sex, and their relationship is entirely screwed up.
Of course, because she is a very crazy person.
She's
very, very crazy person. There is no test that I'm aware of that can determine what quality of AIDS transmission there is. If we could come up with that test, there'd be a lot less potential of anxiety about that virus. I mean, one of the issues that sometimes comes up is, gee, is this virus going to mutate in such a way that's going to make it more infectious or more contagious in some way? And thus far, obviously, it hasn't. But if you had the test that could tell how it could be transmitted, that wouldn't be such a concern.
This is your friend?
Oh yeah, she's been my friend for.
And there is such a thing as abnormal, false positives and false negatives in the blood test, but they can be reconciled and confirmed, and ultimately you find out what you're dealing with.
It's time to move on.
Yeah,
you learn that a year or 2 out of high school. Some of your friends are just such tremendous losers. So it's just time to move on. That's all right. Listen, you're not friends with them because they saved your life. You're friends with them because they live down the street.
Yeah, but why do you hang out with all your loser friends still?
They're working on my house. What are you talking about?
Otherwise, you wouldn't hang with them?
No. You kidding? I hang with my celebrity buddies. Yes. Like my bro David Spade is coming in tomorrow night. We are going to hang for the 2 hours he's here. I'll tell you that right now, Drew.
Does he know who you are? No. All right.
He gave me one of these when he came in the morning show. He looked at me and gave me, hey, dude. No, he knows who I am, of course, Drew. Yeah, we did this show together. I'm big time, Drew, just because you see me every day.
Let's go. Sarah.
Yes.
Hi there.
Hello.
What can we do for you?
I have this boyfriend, and he wants to have sex with me.
How old is he?
He's 14.
He's 14, you're 14.
Mm-hmm. But I went out with his one of his really good friends over the summer, and I ended up having sex with him. And his friend cheated on me a bunch of times, and then...
What do you mean he cheated on you a bunch of times?
He cheated on me like 5 times, but I didn't find out until like after we broke up.
So you, as far as you were concerned, you were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Is that his understanding of the relationship as well?
Yeah.
You're sure of that? Okay.
And then I went out with his friend again, and we had sex again. And then he ended up dumping me for like no reason. He didn't really give me a reason. And now that I'm going out with the guy that wants to have sex with me, I'm not sure if I should have sex with him because I don't want to get hurt again.
Before this guy, was it during the summer, the friend?
Yeah.
Before that, was there anybody else?
No.
This guy was your first?
Yeah.
What do you think was going to happen with that relationship, the first one?
Well, I was like totally in love with him. I thought I was going to get like married.
Right. Which is real typical of a 14-year-old's idea of what a relationship is about.
I'm not lamenting Sarah's problems. I'm thinking about myself when I was 14, 15 years old. I could never convince any woman that we're going to get married, nor did she want to be.
But the typical fantasy a young lady has is that if you have sexual intimacy, that this is a consummate relationship. This is something that's going to go on forever. Guys don't think that way. Especially not at that age. That is the last thing they're thinking of, okay? If you want to have a relationship that's going to last, don't get physically intimate, because the guy, if he really is into you, will wait that out.
It's equivalent. It really is equivalent to a 18-year-old guy going to a prostitute and thinking they're getting it on because they're in love, and she's into him.
Right.
And that does happen once in a while.
Oh, I'm sure guys think that.
It's almost as absurd a notion, as sad as that seems. And I'm not likening you to a prostitute, Sarah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I am, but I don't mean to. The point is, wait a minute, hold on, Drew. I felt a draft of something.
Yeah,
what happened?
Some oxygen.
I think a roach farted in here. I felt a lukewarm breeze come from the north. Drew, what happened? What was that?
They just started pumping a little oxygen here. I think it was getting a little slow. They thought they better allow us the brain to be oxygenated again.
This is amazing. Everyone deserves a raise here. All right, we'll find.
But Sarah, this is something you need to learn. Unfortunately, young people your age are not raised with an understanding of how to conduct yourself in a relationship in such a way as to get your needs met. You need to decide what you want in a relationship and put that first.
All right.
That's what you assert in a relationship. And when you're feeling good and solid and gratified, then it's time to move on to the physical intimacy. And then a guy may actually be intimate with you. But if you just zoom right into the physical intimacy, that's mostly what a guy is looking for at that age. And they need to be kind of led into the emotional intimacy.
Let me put it in terms that kids can understand, Drew.
Yeah.
When you're a 14, 15-year-old girl, it is if...
and by this, it's probably all the way up to 25 or so.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
For 30. Look at dating as a botched bank robbery, and you're trapped in the bank. Now,
I'm so frightened by where you're going. All
here's
right,
what I'm saying.
This is the woman's trapped in the bank. The guy's the bank robber.
No.
Oh.
The woman is robbing the bank, and it has gone horribly wrong.
Oh,
and the cops have surrounded the place.
I see.
Now, you want to know what your hostage is? Sex.
Oh, I see.
Sex is equivalent to the hostage.
It'll get you out of the bank.
If you tell everyone, hey, just go home, then you walk out, you get shot. Or they come in and drag you to the electric chair. Sex, that is your hostage.
And I will tell you what.
That's going to get you out of that.
I will tell you what. Here's the payoff.
You know I'm right, Drew.
You are right. There are 3 payoffs. A, women are more gratified in their relationships, and they feel more empowered and better about themselves. When men ultimately have healthier relationships and feel better about themselves.
Very
and
true.
Ultimately, we have families that stay together because people learn how to have relationships that are relationships.
Men need to be beaten into relationship
women
submission.
Are the keepers of intimacy in relationships, and we've lost that in our society, and we must support that.
Right. They also keep the maxi pads, the earrings, the rouge... And the blush, sorry, Producer Ann, she doesn't like when I call blush rouge.
Scream to you.
And the toaster covers. These are just some of the few things they're the keepers of, Drew. I'm going to think of some more, and get back to you after this. Why don't you try rapping at this time?
Yo, kick some favorite stuff in LoveLine. I'll be right back in a minute.
I'm sorry, that was really bad.
You're just not street like me.
Barry White. You're listening to LoveLine.
No, all right. You're not going to give me the finger? Thank you, Engineer Mike. Oh, Jesus, would you turn that damn mic down? I know, but it is...
We don't hear that. Don't talk to him when he's talking just to you.
Oh, this thing is so loud in there. All right. All right, thank you. Phone number, 1-800-LFVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. This is Dr. Drew. Tyra Banks was in. She's sick as a dog, and she left. She brought a bag to vomit in. God bless her. That is the sort of intestinal fortitude we like in a guest.
Commitment.
She will be back. And she said hi, she vomited, and she left. And lovely producer Ann has brought a fan in. God bless you, Ann. All right, David Spade tomorrow night, and Riley, 18. Drew, come on.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
I called because I've just recently started having sex with my girlfriend. And the other day, I noticed that she gets really wet. Big time.
Wait a minute. Now on air, it sounds like there's a tornado going.
That's all right. Add a little, a little effect. It's hot in a lot of parts of the country right now. It's like a LoveLine is a cool summer breeze blowing through your radio.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Ann. That's wonderful.
But I wanted to know, it's like, are there any health concerns I need to be worried about?
What exactly happens?
Well, let's see. Like whenever I hit like the right spot, I mean like cups.
Right, that's normal.
She's like one of those sea anemones.
Right. See, some women do produce a tremendous amount of fluid, and there is something called female orgasmic incontinence where they actually urinate. But for the most part, it is a constellation of fluids that are similar to male semen. Say, there's a lot of glands in that area that can produce fluid, and if they are stimulated to contract, they can release it, and they can be quite substantial.
Oh, okay. Like nothing to worry.
Drew can turn anything into a medical event. That's what I love about him.
Oh, okay.
He's got a gushy girlfriend, and you've turned it into a constellation of fluids that, properly stimulated, could have said reaction. Geez, everything's like a big court battle going on in the vagina with Drew over here. So she's fine, Riley.
Okay.
Are you okay with it?
Oh, yeah.
Is she okay with it?
It's actually kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure she thinks so, too.
You'll be over that in a few months.
Don't worry about it, all right?
All right.
All right.
It's not something that's talked about very much. And a lot of women feel ashamed about it, and men are afraid to talk about it.
Perfectly natural, ladies. Although I've never seen it.
That goes without saying.
Hey, listen, I've seen a lot of movies. Sin, 18.
Hi.
Hey.
I have two questions, but first I want to say I love you guys.
Love you, baby.
To you every night.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Drew, my question is, when are your breasts supposed to stop growing?
Usually around 18, but they certainly could go till 21.
Because, like, I am already, like, a 30-60, and they're not stopping.
Really?
Yes.
Have they moved in the time that we've been speaking?
Quite possibly.
No, but they're like a glacier, huh? They just keep going.
Yeah.
How big's the rest of you?
I'm 5'7" and 110 pounds.
Oh, please. I swear to God, these people just call just to yank my chain.
I'm not kidding.
Speaking of yanking.
I would come down there and you could weigh and measure me, but I'm in Tucson.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe we can get something together for postage and just send the breasts out. All right, you're 5'7". You're 110 pounds, which is spindly by most standards, and you have the 36D breasts.
Yes.
And you're 18.
Uh-huh.
And they've not stopped growing.
No.
Do you have difficulty with men?
Not really.
No. I'm guessing no. Do you have a boyfriend?
Not yet.
Are you bothered?
Like one?
Are you bothered with the way they sort of treat you as a result of this?
No, I was just wondering if...
No, why not?
Good. That's good. A lot of women are very bothered by it.
No, I mean, you look pretty outrageous in a bathing suit, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah. You kind of like the attention, right?
kind of.
You look twice as good as all your friends who resent you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. They hate you, don't they?
pretty much.
Yeah. You wear... hold on.
That's horrible.
You wear a two-piecer?
No, one piece.
Oh. I like that. That's a sort of Baywatch look. Thong back with the one piece?
No.
No. Okay. Just check. All right. What are you in high school now?
I'm a senior.
But Stan, as long as your weight stays stable, they're not likely to get substantially bigger. I mean,
Why don't you have a boyfriend?
Because I don't. I don't know.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I don't know.
You like guys?
Yeah.
Have you had a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Are you a virgin?
No.
Really? How many guys you been with?
2.
2. Okay. You going off to college?
No.
You're not?
No.
Staying home?
Yep.
You going to work?
Yep.
Hot dog on a stick?
No.
No. Where are you working?
Buffalo Exchange.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's that?
People trade buffaloes. What do you do at the Buffalo Exchange?
It's a clothing store.
It's a pelt place?
Clothing store.
You trade beads for pelts? Okay. All right. Well, if it's a commission-based job, I'm guessing you'll do fine. All right. So they stop. They'll
About
stop
18.
soon.
Yeah,
stop.
they're about there.
They stop going out and they start going down about 18. So you're fine.
As long as you're not having any medical problems, any back problems, neck problems, you're not disturbed about these things. It's you, and that's great.
How's the shape? Are they holding up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You got the world by the tail.
And my second question is for you, Adam.
Uh-oh.
I like this guy, and he's like kind of really younger than me.
How old is he?
He's just gonna turn 15.
Oh. Yeah.
And the only problem with it is that he's really shy, and I don't know how to make the first move with him. I don't want to like embarrass him or anything.
Just imagine, Drew. Let's just turn back the clock for just one moment. Now, hold on a second, Sin. Imagine you 14 and 3/4.
Let's see, you'd be freshman.
19.
Freshman in high school.
All right, so let me set the stage. Johnson was in office. We were just entering Korea.
That'd be Eisenhower.
Eisenhower was in office, or Johnson was after Eisenhower, I guess. And
Johnson was Vietnam War. So.
Yeah, well, all right. So it was Eisenhower, and then Johnson was in there. It was soon after that. We were just entering Korea. Drew was a lad of 14 and 3/4. And this woman who was basically built like the Space Needle with just a huge rack on her comes sashaying.
A senior in high school. Or maybe a freshman. Yeah, senior or just graduate.
Thus far, you've had no contact with a woman. You're shy. And your first experience is with essentially a woman who's built like a porn star. Could you imagine? Oh. That's what I love about the show.
I've never quite seen a pained look on your face like this. Really is painful for you, isn't it?
When you're a fan of the breasts like I am, and when you were denied the sexual pleasure at such a young age like I was, I'm able to live vicariously through the listeners. So here's what we got to do. We got to talk to the guy. Sin.
Yeah?
Listen, we need to speak to this man. Because I guarantee you, if he has a ounce of sanity and or dignity in him, he will be willing to court you. Do you have his number?
He lives in Scottsdale.
Right.
I don't have his number up there. I just have his brother's number here.
Maybe we should talk to his brother.
His brother's probably asleep or like...
What do you mean? He's a big fan of the show. He's up. Are you kidding? All right, Sin, how do you know this guy?
Through one of my friends who goes up there.
Uh-huh. And he's entering the 10th grade?
Yeah.
He's in 9th grade?
No, actually, he's going to be in 9th grade.
He's going into the 9th grade? Oh. And you're willing to give him all your love?
Yeah.
Why do you like this guy?
He's sweet. He's really nice. He's really cute.
But what's going on with you that you don't have tons of men chasing you and those heaving breasts of yours around?
I don't know.
You can't find any guy your own age?
All the guys my age are, like, stupid.
Really?
Yeah. I live in Tucson.
All right. I don't want to offend the station out there, but I was in Tucson, and I know where you're coming from now. All right. Well, I'd like to call the guy, but if you're unable to produce his number, I understand. He's shy. I'd give him a shot, but then what are you going to do? The guy's in 9th grade. He'll be entering 9th grade. You'll be entering the workforce. And it's not going to work because you're going to meet some guy at the Buffalo Exchange. And, he's going to be 27, and he's going to have his own El Camino and a members-only jacket, and the rest will be history.
I don't know.
All right, Sin. Listen, I'm not quite sure what's up with you and why somebody who is built like you doesn't have guys climbing all over her, and why you have to resort to going to junior high to find a date. But, hey, if you like the guy, ask him out.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt. He'll be thrilled. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Just for you, Adam?
Yeah.
How would you like me to send you a picture of me?
That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. You're 18?
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay.
You got a fax machine?
No, but my dad does.
That's a little weird, but all right, go ahead and use it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You going to do it tonight?
Not tonight.
Well, why don't you do it tonight?
Because I can't get to it tonight.
Why? What, does he sleep with it?
I don't live with my dad.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You can't break into his house?
He lives across the town.
Okay. You can't walk?
No.
All right. Well, fax me a picture.
Okay.
Thank you. Ladies, if a buxom 18-year-old comes across the fax machine, hang on to that. Engineer Mike, don't let... Yeah, keep an eye out. Not a penis out, an eye out. Thank you. Or you'll take an eye out with the penis. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, you're 23.
Yeah.
You've been on hold for 113 minutes.
Yes, I have.
Certainly you could hold another 4 minutes.
Sure.
Okay. God bless Mike. That's the attitude I like. We'll be back to talk to Mike after this.
People of Earth, we were going to help you. Yeah, we were. But you don't need our help. No, you don't. You have LoveLine, and you're a bunch of sickos.
This is Mission Control. LoveLine will be right back.
This is Shaggy, Mr. Love up front and personal, and you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Got it going on up close and personal. Yeah.
Now, there's a guy who puts out on a liner. I love this Shaggy. I never met Shaggy, did I?
Oh, yeah.
I was out of town, wasn't I?
That's Drew's favorite.
I like Shaggy, but I liked him so much I dissed, I guess.
Yeah, you did.
Who was that?
Maxi Priest.
Maxi Priest, who stormed out of here.
No respect.
No respect, man.
Because I was enthusiastic about talking to Shaggy.
Well, you cornered Shaggy and you were like totally dissing on poor
I just didn't know who he was. I didn't know.
You need maximum.
Maxi who?
You need maximum respect for the Maxi Priest. Ann, you'll be interested in this. Somebody
Really?
sent me a... Well, not really, but as long as you're here.
I think so.
Hey, come on, that's good radio.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Please.
Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, coming out of bumpers, I know good radio. I love when we talk radio, and Ann goes, you'll be playing the next song coming into the third stop set. And I'm like, is that today? When is that? Coming out of... All right, here's the deal. I was reading some email somebody sent to me. Not LoveLine email, but me email. And it said that Kevin Smith, from the guy who wrote Chasing Amy and Mallrats and Clerks, was on some sort of AOL chat room thing, and somebody asked him, what do you think of Adam Carolla? What do you think about using him in one of your movies?
First he said who?
No. His reply was, that effing bleeping guy is funny, and I'm going to put him in my next movie, and he named the movie.
Wow.
It was a snuff film, but he
Why
still
would that
named the
make me
title of
happy?
it. You don't care. You're
Does that
just...
mean you're going to quit?
No, it just meant you're on the mic, and I thought I'd address it to you as if we were having a conversation. But no, I don't care. This is kind of cool, isn't it?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's only because I put the screws to him when he was on like 3 weeks ago, and I said...
He said he put both of us in the film.
I thought
did he?
The three of us.
You're right. I think that's what he said.
Was that Mike's nuts, or was that Mike? I couldn't make out the voice. Mike, 23.
Hi.
Hey.
First time caller, long time listener.
Good.
Okay. My problem is that, and this is addressing both you and Dr. Drew. Okay. I've been dating this girl since like last April. Okay. I met her kind of on a blind date thing, but she turned out to be really great. But like 2 months into the relationship, I hooked up with this girl that I'd like known for a while because she was getting married, and she had confessed to me this one night that she had this big crush on me, and kind of so we had sex. And
Wait, slow down.
Okay.
This was a girl that was going to get married?
Yeah.
When
was she getting married? She got married. I guess it was May 25th, I think.
How long after this encounter did she get married?
For Christ's sake.
I guess about 2 weeks. No, it wasn't even that. It was about a week.
Oh, can you imagine? And that is your ultimate nightmare as a prospective bride or groom, whether it be the female or the male of the relationship. The marriage date's coming around in just a few short weeks. I better go out and bang a few people I've had my eye on for a while. And by the way, a woman can do this.
I've heard of this happening.
It happens all the time, except for guys can't do it.
It's unthinkable.
Try as I may. I couldn't hey, I'm going to get married in a few weeks. Producer Ann, this is our last chance. Get the hell away from me, you greasy, hairy greaseball. But a woman, all she has to do is just go find out some guy she used to go out with or knew from high school. Hey, come quick, let's have sex.
That's so bizarre. Well, it is so bizarre.
Well, it wasn't I don't know, because it was kind of odd, but it was one of those things where I just kind of thought.
We don't totally blame you. You're just a nameless penis. But what kind of mindset is that to enter a relationship?
Yeah,
I got to go out and get laid.
A marriage.
A marriage. Sorry.
Well, he was out in her fiance is in the military, so he was already stationed somewhere else.
Oh, if he was somewhere, all right.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
it wasn't
that
he
makes
was
sense,
in the state, but whatever.
I thought he was somewhere. Nowhere.
We're not talking in terms of the potential of getting caught. We're talking in terms of the quality of the commitment and where people's heads are at in their intimacy with the other person. If they can go out and do that kind of thing, it is so.
Right.
It's taking a crap on the relationship. It really is a terrible thing, I think.
Well, with me, it's
I would be interested to hear a woman's perspective on this, because that's sort of how a guy looks at it. Is this? You're either in this or you're not.
Well, women look at it more that way than a guy does.
No,
at
that point.
What are you talking about?
No, I think if let's say you were engaged to somebody and you found out that she just had your wedding day arrives, and one of your best men tells you that your fiance had sex with him a week ago. As sort of a last fling. She said it was the last, she'd always intended to do his last fling. What would you do?
I would take that garter. I would pull it out about 10 feet and snap it back so hard that her leg popped off. I would cancel the marriage immediately.
Right.
Immediately.
Right. Well, pretty much that's kind of part of this. But anyway, that happened, and I kind of went past that. And it's been a year since that happened, and I did something kind of stupid. Okay, the girlfriend that I had, and this is the same girl I was dating in April. While I had this affair with this girl who was getting married. I had my address book, which basically had almost every number I've ever had in it, and for whatever reason, I just kind of carry it around because I carry it instead of having a wallet, but it had all my address stuff in it, and well, I don't know what it was. There was a couple nights where I didn't call her, and she was getting upset. So when she came over one day, she grabbed my planner that had all my numbers in it. And so 2 days later, she comes over and just completely throws a tantrum and says, "Oh, you cheated on me, you worthless son of a bitch. Never speak to me again." And she doesn't quite name off a bunch of, she names off a couple names of people that was in that thing, but namely she names off this girl that they got married, and the thing is that her address was in this planner. Okay, and when she got it, she took a bunch of the numbers. I guess, I don't know, she must have called somebody. I'm guessing it's my at this point ex-best friend, because
he ratted you out.
Yeah, basically.
All right, that's right, because he wants to have sex with her.
Whatever,
Right, naturally. All right, listen, Mike. Your life's a mess.
Right.
What do you want to know?
Well,
kill yourself.
Well, what ended up happening was, is that, I thought, this happened a while back. The relationship had only gone so far. And I was like, I thought, come on, this happened so long ago. I mean, this girl means a lot to me, but, at the same time, I mean, I'm not... I'm thinking, this is something that... with me, and I'm like, I've done everything I could, and she won't, she'll talk to me, but she'll...
Yeah,
but it's...
But, I mean, like, what kind of stuff would she say?
Basically... Whatever, if she was going to refer to me.
Right. Oh.
But it's like, I love her, and I'm like, I basically had to just, throw a tantrum in front of her house before she would even talk to me.
I know, but it's like, Mike, women, you can't live with them. You can't live without them. I mean, describe this girlfriend of yours. I mean, what kind of person is she?
She's really nice.
Put a mic on hold there.
Weighs probably about 120. She's really athletic. She's into a lot of sports and stuff.
What kind of sports does she like?
She plays. We get a chance.
Did she ever get a scholarship or anything?
No. No, I mean, not that I'm aware of.
Right. Now, is she marriage material, this one?
Yeah, that's the thing is that,
Well, I mean, wait a minute. What kind of qualities are you looking for in a woman that you marry, Mike? This is something you should think about.
Well, someone that,
Well, what are you looking for?
I'm looking...
He asked her for a little kiss, a little kiss, a little kiss. And then I held
always there when I'm having problems, vice versa.
He asked her then to marry him, to marry him, to marry him.
Trust between us.
Right.
So, I mean, and this is just one of those things. It was like, I feel stupid that it happened, but I really don't know what I'm going to do.
Right.
She basically is like, she doesn't want to have anything to do with me, but, I mean, there was a lot in between this time that I think has gone...
Right. All right, but Mike.
Right.
If you just play God for one moment.
Okay.
Put on your Jesus cap for just a second.
Okay.
If you could have everything work out the way you wanted it to work out, how would it work out?
Get married and, have kids and...
Right.
Hey.
But, I mean, but I'm just trying to figure out some way, saying, look, I love you, would you please, can you look past this?
Right.
But the thing is that I think I don't know whether or not it's just the fact that I cheated, but she knows the details of what happened between me and this girl. So I don't know whether or not...
it's like you're living my life, Mike. I mean,
Well, like if we ever got married or something like that, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe she thinks that, like, on the, a week before we get married, I'm going to be, nailing a couple friends from high school.
Right. Oh, man, we are like kindred spirits. I tell you, it's like hearing my own life unfurl before my own eyes, my own ears, Drew.
Yeah, you certainly could fill in the gaps with whatever you wish. Anyway, she's either going to accept you for who you are and what you've done, or she is not.
All right.
And that's very simple. And if you really do have some honest feelings about her, she may give you a second chance. She may not. It's in her court. I have to.
I was punching Mike in and out, and I could not hear anything he said. When you didn't hear him, I didn't hear him either. Did you, Drew?
But you were filling in all those scenes of your life there, since so much was living your existence.
It was really like a Mad Lib, though. It was kind of fun. I was inserting my own girlfriends' names and experiences. That Mike. He was like an auctioneer.
I just doubt his sincerity. I hate to say it. To some level, this is more about...
Oh, Drew, what are you talking about? You didn't hear any of that call. You don't know what the hell was going on.
Look, the fact is, he doesn't want to lose her more than he wants to have her. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't even know what you're talking about, Drew. I heard inane banter for 10 minutes.
All right. He can espouse. He can declare his love to her, and she will either take it or not. That's it.
All right. Stop trying to make a purse out of a sow's ear.
Here's LoveLine before deworming. Here's LoveLine after getting fixed. Here's LoveLine chewing out its stitches. Here's LoveLine dragging its butt across the carpet. Bad LoveLine. Bad LoveLine.
LoveLine has been bad, and we'll be right back.
top, and even losers like me listen to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Turn on your radio, they'll give you a big hug. It's LoveLine, get it? Ow!
Ow! That's the man who I call the top. You guys know him as Carrot Top, and when you're in the biz like me, it's just the top. Sometimes I'll just call him Mr. T. Carrot Top, Drew.
Yeah.
All right. Drew's gone to Carolina in his mind.
Yeah, I'm gone.
All right. Let's end the show early, like 10 seconds early. What about it?
Just for sport?
Yeah. David Spade tomorrow night, everyone.
See if you can do it.
I want to thank the beautiful Ann, the lovely Lisa, the fabulous Sherry, and, of course, the wonder engineer Mike for doing the show tonight. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are certainly opinions, that's for sure.
If you'd like a written transcript of today's program, you probably should have written it down yourself. And if you did, we'd like a copy.
LoveLine producer Ann Wilkins.
This broadcast was copyright 1997 Westwood One Entertainment. This music is MXPX on Tooth and Nail Records.
Sit, Obo. Obo, stop dragging your butt across the carpet.
That guy is cool.